All right, so push hands is a thing that we use and a lot of serious Tai Chi players use in order to work on the skills of Tai Chi. And that's a good thing because you can really put most skills that you would really use somehow within the internal push hands, not the shoving kind, but in the kind where what we teach most of the time. If you've been watching our stuff, you know what I'm talking about. With that, still, there's a lot of people who play where they hear the push part of that and they think that most of what should be going on is some form of pushing, right? And even if it's refined pushing, it's still pushing. And so that's a skill, and if somebody had anything, ideally they've worked some of that, and if they pushed for a little bit, they probably have, you probably have. For the overall Tai Chi, equally or more important is your ability to neutralize force. And the ideal is you want to be able to do it a lot of different ways, more and more and more and more and more and more, and have some that are your favorites. So for example, he pushes into me, I can offset where I'm at and him, and I use the offset as a way to neutralize, go ahead and push in there, his incoming force. I could use condensing and rooting, dropping root, and use that to neutralize his incoming force. I could redirect or let his force, let's say I let his force come in here, pass through. So I let it come into me and back out. I could do it where literally I'm physically slipping his incoming like that, right? Which looks kind of like that, even though as you get better at it, you can begin to do it where it's coming in less, right? You can also take and do things like just be so soft that when he comes in with power to push you, that you kind of disappear out from in front of him and then use his angle that comes off of that to do stuff. And on and on and on and on and on. And if you really want to be a high-level Tai Chi player, it's how many of these can you do. And it's not that you combine all of them, but depending on circumstances and position and what you like and how you feel, the ability to come to catch me again, to be able to do that and have no effort on your side, come to catch me there kind of, but be able to really respond really well, and not just with your hands, come again, but with your body as well, right? And using your breath and using the way that you're connecting both above and below and root and all these different things. And these skills then begin to get you a deeper and better understanding of your body inside and out, and force that would be applied upon you in some way, in almost any way as you train and go on with time. And it becomes the thing that Tai Chi is supposed to be, which is they're really pushing with strength and you're not. And if it's not working, then what kind of neutralization would it take to neutralize that? And there's very few forces in the world that there's not some neutralization force for. That doesn't mean you know it or that you readily have it off the top of your head when you see it, but if you're going to be a serious Tai Chi player, ideally you would. That's one of the things you're working on long term and getting very good at. And then as you do that, you begin to be able to slip like that, capture their force, understand where it's at, and or trap it, and or execute to it. And there I'm kind of doing it a little forcefully and a little obvious, but just to let you, and that kind of a thing where it's just not effort for you. And no matter where they put it, whether it be on your body or on your arm or your head or your shoulder or your whatever it is. Anyways, and that becoming part of the entire art. And so the question I'll ask you today, is if you want to see a bunch of different neutralizations done, of course, come to our site and take a look, and we've got that so that you can see it in depth, individually, and then pieces put together like that, but really teaching it. And then the other question I'll ask you today, if you would list in the comments down below, what is your favorite neutralization skill if you play and you have one? And maybe you've got 2 or 3, but what your favorite one or ones are, and kind of why you like them and how you're using them. If there's other questions, we'll try to get an answer to you straight away. Thanks for watching.